You just made the best decision today clicking on this video. You will be able to get rid of your scrolling, binge watching addiction. I'm gonna help you do exactly that, and I'm not over exaggerating this. I'm not gonna give you the exact same advice everyone gives. No, I wanna give you an actual method on how to solve this, and I want to share with you the perspective that's gonna literally change the way you approach these addictions. A lot of people, right? They just say that you need to develop discipline. You need to put some systems in place so you can get rid of these scrolling addictions, these binge watching addictions. And while these methods work for some and they work for some period of time, they don't usually work long term. But why is that? Why do we even have this constant need, this constant want to seek simulation in the first place? It's because we don't like boredom. We don't like to sit in quiet. Just, I want you to test this out. You can either try this right now, stopping the video, or you can do this after watching this video. If you just try to sit for 10 minutes without doing anything, you will absolutely hate it. And not necessarily because you're just bored and you don't have anything to do. It's more often that all the bad thoughts, all the things that you have to actually confront come up. They come up into your mind, you start thinking about them. All these things that you're avoiding are finally coming up. So the reason why you're seeking content and scrolling, these things distract you, is so that you don't think about the things that actually matter, the things that are actually on your mind that you're trying to distract yourself from. Right? You need to first get that it's because of this reason in the first place. So when you get this, you realize that okay, perhaps I need to face these things that I'm avoiding, and then I won't be seeking that big of an escape, right? You already solve a very, very big part of the problem because scrolling is simply looking for an escape. If you have loads of work to do, if you have something important to do, you usually start scrolling. You usually turn on YouTube just because your mind is already starting to trying to get away from it. It's already trying to avoid it. And we don't want this, right? So we want to confront all the feelings, all the emotions, all the thoughts that we get whilst we're in boredom. Once we've done that, what we also want to do is get accustomed to boredom. In the past, right? Boredom was an essential part of our lives. When phones didn't exist, when TVs didn't exist, boredom was an essential part of our lives, right? There was simply no other way to replace the phones, right? There were times where you would just have to stay, sit with your thoughts, and you didn't have anything to distract yourself with. But right now, we have this invention called the mobile phone, the computer, the TV, and we have this completely different world just within the reach of our fingertips. And we just get so lost in it, and we just get so distracted. But I also got some good news. Once you learn to embrace boredom, once you get exposed to boredom and you learn to stay in it and get comfortable in it, and you finally start putting limits on the amount of time you can spend on your phone, on your computer, on your everything, you will get accustomed to the feeling of boredom, and it will not become something you're hostile towards, but it will become something you're familiar with, and that's something that you enjoy. It will stop being this feeling where you have to confront all your negative thoughts, all your negative feelings and emotions. It will become something where you can actually just feel peace and think of the good things, appreciate the good things, think of the good things that perhaps may happen in the future, right? Boredom doesn't have to be the thing where you simply stay there and you don't think about anything. Boredom can simply be not distracting yourself, having a clear mind and allowing it to operate properly. That's a lot of what we're lacking in our lives. We don't allow our minds to operate properly, and that's why we seek distraction. We get distracted. We get bombarded with this constant noise, and we don't want this. We don't want to have this, right? We see the consequences. We see how badly we crave the distractions. So if you can get accustomed to staying in boredom, right, you will get your mind to start operating in new ways, in the ways that you lost. and you will finally be able to tap into your new potential, into new ways of thinking, into new ways of working, into new ways of achieving your goals. It's just an absolute superpower. So I know that a lot of people say, you need to, I don't know, stare at the wall for an hour, and then you can be able to do work without any problem just because you did something that was super boring before. But boredom is more than this. Boredom is not a habit. Boredom is not a random thing you can do. Boredom needs to be an essential part of your life. If you right now reflect on your day-to-day life, even today, how much time did you actually spend doing absolutely nothing? Like, just think. It might be a crazy idea. You might think, yeah, well, of course I probably spent some time doing absolutely nothing. But no, did you actually do absolutely nothing? Did you actually sit without your phone? Did you actually sit without talking to anyone? Did you actually sit not reading a book? Did you actually sit not listening to music? Was there a little bit of that moment? Were you constantly bombarded with noise, with video footage, whilst eating, whilst, I don't know, being in the toilet, whilst walking, listening to podcasts? Was there a time today where you actually embraced the boredom? If not, then you already got a very, very actionable step you can take, and it is simply bringing more boredom into your life. A lot of people, they simply recommend you do this by meditation, which is a very, very good way, in fact. It's a very, very good thing. It's literally blocking out a period of time every single day and forcing yourself to stay there without any stimulation. You're not playing any music, you're not listening to podcasts, you're not watching any video. You're simply staying there with your own mind. So meditation is actually a very, very good thing you can already start doing. But boredom doesn't need to necessarily be so structured. It can simply be removing distractions from the things which require none, like eating your meals, right? Right. You don't need to blast music or watch a YouTube video. You can simply sit in peace and quiet, eat, and just think of absolutely nothing. Reflect on the day. Let yourself daydream. Watch out the window. Enjoy the view, the clouds. That can also be a way. It can also be going on a walk and just trying to leave all the problems behind. Not listening to any podcasts or music. Just simply trying to daydream, wonder, get detached from your problems. If you can get more boredom into your life, the more boredom, the more boredom you can get into your life, the better it is. Because once you can master this, right, you just get rid of all of these temptations and distractions. And once you get rid of those, you free up so much time, and then you can actually replace them with good things, with productive things, with work, with acquiring knowledge, reading books, working out. Your life instantly improves. So I hope you can get more boredom into your life. I hope you take some actionable steps that I provided you with in this video and actually make a significant change. I really, really hope this helps, and I hope that this message resonates with you. Because this is something not only you, but I have to do more of myself. I'm recording this video because it's also a message for myself. I need to start doing more of this. I need to start spending less time also always being tapped into my laptop, into my Gmail, into my Instagram notifications, into my WhatsApp, right? I simply need to spend more time allowing my mind to operate in the best way possible, express itself freely, observe the thoughts, just not hindering the development and all of this. Like, it's even hard to explain this. If you don't allow yourself to sitting in peace and quiet, you will not even understand this. But when you allow your mind to operate freely, you get these thoughts and these breakthroughs you could have never even imagined. If you have any problems, you think of so many new solutions. If you're struggling with creativity, so many ideas pop into your mind. You don't even have to force them. They simply come up naturally. Your mind is such a powerful tool, but we often just are sabotaging it and not allowing it to operate properly. So if you can solve this simple problem just by simply removing one thing and not necessarily even adding in a lot of productive things and replacing this with all the productive habits that I've listed, even if simply by removing this constant distraction, your mind will come up with new ideas, with new ways of thinking. It will come up with new actionable steps for you to take, and you will see so much progress in your life. So take action on this video. I hope you didn't waste your time and you will actually act on the information provided and go ahead and change your life. Thank you for watching. This means the world for me. If this video helps, drop a like and please leave a comment and make a promise to yourself that you will actually get rid of these distractions and allow yourself to tap into your full potential. We got this in 2026, boys and girls. Let's get it. God bless you.